You know, recently James Carville, the raging Cajun, whose bolts are screwed on about as tightly as Nancy Pelosi's, and God bless her heart, I'm surprised she's got enough sense to get out of the parking lot of the Capitol. Amen. But anyway, the raging Cajun said the Tea Party is gone. He said it's going away, and he said maybe not quickly, maybe not quietly, but nevertheless it'll go away. Well, don't tell this next guy that. Now, he didn't invent the Tea Party, but he could have. Kevin, there's nobody I know that works harder or smarter to try to get people together and just revitalize them for their love and their passion for America. So next year I was sitting up here thinking, you know, what I'd like to have is a big cage match and put Carville and Kevin in there and just let them have an old-timey North Carolina smackdown. Amen? I think Kevin would take him. I really do. All right, Kevin Shinault.
I get that old bald-headed snake. Listen, folks, thanks for coming out. We're not quite finished. I want to say we really, really appreciate these speakers coming out that have a love for their land, and they've come here from, some of them from a long distance. And could we please give all of our speakers and our singers a big round of applause? We found us a permanent national anthem singer today, and glad to have her.
Thank you, Ramona.
Also, we want to say Americans for Prosperity over here, Kyle Hall, raise your hand. Americans for Prosperity fought Wisconsin, went up there and fought all over the state of Wisconsin. Kyle actually went up himself and had a great time up there fighting the Occupoopers, and they were, you know, sliming around the Capitol up there, and these Tea Party folks and Americans for Prosperity, they not only ran them out, but put Walker, who in my opinion could be presidential candidate in 2016, and they're going to straighten up that Yankee state.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, over there we've got the American Alert couple. Raise your hand, please, before you leave today. Go by and see them. They are alerting us to Agenda 21. They speak all over the state now, and I'm going to tell you, if those of you on Facebook, go to their sites, go to our Surry County Tea Party Patriot site. We've got our next Tea Party Patriot meeting on July 23rd, Monday night at 6:30 at the Millennium Charter Academy in Mount Airy. I think it's Old Springs Road on Riverside Drive. It's going to be on Obamacare. You folks, you know, just like some of our other people have said, we get out and vote the right people in, and that will be repealed. So come on up and hear about Obamacare on July 23rd and support your local Tea Party movement. Matter of fact, we've also got a great big Tea Party rally coming up that I'll mention to you, and it's going to be not just Surry County, it's going to be a lot of counties involved. All right, also want to say thanks to Larry Phillips, Pastor Larry, who's actually, he's great. I visited his church 3 different times when he had some of our speakers up there that spoke at his church. Now, you talking about stepping out on some faith. I'm sure he got some flack from it. But our preachers need to be speaking between now and Election Day, not worrying about their how much money's dropped in their collection plate. If they say a certain thing, they need to tell the truth. And so Larry Phillips is one pastor that stands out and tells the truth. And there's a group of pastors around, one out at Westfield Baptist and some other places that are doing that. Calvary Baptist in King, where I'm at. If we don't do it now, they may lose their freedoms to speak out. Also, we want to thank Bob Rees and Wes Wilkins. You guys over here, raise your hand. You folks that made this stage and pulled it out here this morning early. And what you do for Pilot Mountain now, Paula Stanley, you folks. They have a wonderful car show up here this Saturday. We want to thank Amos Elvis and Joe and some more folks that are going to come out. Linda, some folks from Winston-Salem, Pat, you folks that are going to come out and register voters at this car show. There'll be about, what, 5,000 here, Paula, Saturday? 5,000 folks here, and they're going to try to get them registered. in a certain way.
One of the largest cruise-ins in the United States.
One of the largest cruise-ins in the United States. Also, Walt and Stephanie Emery, thank you all for the float and getting us going here. That's a phenomenal float right there. Walt's retired military. You know, folks, in our Tea Party, we've got about 15 retired military, and in our Tea Party meetings every month, 60 to 80 usually come to our Tea Party meetings. And if you folks are patriotic or know anybody that is, you need to get them involved in your Tea Party. Also, we want to thank the Pilot Police Force. They slipped out on us at 12, but that's okay. I think we're going to be okay because we got the Stokes County Militia over here. How about waving to us over there? A couple of them have bags over their head because they don't want you to know who they are, but you might. Hopefully you won't need them. But if Obama comes back in, you definitely need to join back up over there. They also have some T-shirts for sale. This says "Defending Freedom Starts at Home" on the front. On the back. So go over there and visit them. Appreciate you. Matter of fact, we appreciate all of you showing up today. And some of our, we had 500 and some here 2 years ago. But if you're here today, this is the starting point. There's 3 other parades within a 15-minute drive from here this morning as well. But we want to thank Major Dave for bringing his stuff over here, and he's going to show up on Constitution Day rally. Let me mention that real quickly. First, I want to also, we got one other good friend over here that's on Fox News, if I can find him. He's a Fox News analyst, Colonel Bill Cowan. Where's Colonel Bill? All right. Colonel Bill Cowan, he comes up and speaks to us about all things military. And he's a great friend for the Surry County Tea Party. Also, early voting. I want to make a mention of early voting, and then I'd like for the candidates that are here, if you could come over here by the steps. Anybody here to stump for a candidate, early voting, folks, is going on right now. Tomorrow, you can go to Dobson. You know, if you wade through the, let's see, if you wade through the liberalism, when you get over to the courthouse, you need to go over there and early vote. We've got some great candidates right now for councils of state that we can get over the line. Here, some of them already won, but because their margins weren't at a certain level, they got to participate in a runoff. So we want our conservative candidates represented well here. Get out there, and July 17th, if you don't get in early voting, they're coming to your voting precinct on July 17th. I want to say one quick word about the Constitution rally, and I'm going to turn it over to back over to Pastor, and he's going to let the candidates have 1 minute, 60 seconds. We're glad that they're here because that means they care about Tea Party principles. And so anyway, the Constitution Day rally is down here at Jobioki. If some of you all want to go as soon as you get done, it's South 52, about 6 or 7 miles. You get off the Pinnacle exit, just past the mountain exit. You take a right, and they don't mind if you come up in there, Mr. Pace and his son, and you ride up in there, and you can see the beautiful venue that we're going to be at, and just the unbelievable picturesque views of the mountain. We're talking about 1/10 of a mile from Highway 52. In this Constitution Day rally, hopefully we're going to have a major speaker, somebody that's going to attract people just by her name. And if I'd have been a little nicer to her in high school, she might have already decided to come. But when I broke up with her, I sort of broke her heart. But she's coming from Alaska, hopefully, and we need some help. And so if you want to ride down to Jobioki on your own, but if you'll wait just a few minutes after we help close down here, some of us are going to make a little trek down there to Jobioki so that you can see Constitution Day Tea Party Rally, September 22nd. Come at 11:30. Come earlier if you like. Bring a picnic. It's going to be a beautiful day and cool weather. And then at 1:30, the rally starts. And if you want to hear Phil Tilley sing some more, you got to come back. If you want to hear Ramona Tim, we're drafting you right now to do the national anthem. And so anyway, we love you. God bless you. And we're going to have to get out there. And don't just come here and sit and listen. Get out to the polls. Carry your friends, neighbors, enemies. We have got to defeat Barack Hussein Obama in November.
Amen. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks for the tireless work you do and all that you do. It's an encouragement and inspiration to a lot of us. You think you're getting tired, and then you look at this guy and you say, wow, he just keeps, he's like the Energizer Bunny. Now, he wasn't talking about Sarah Palin. He's talking about Gativa, his old longtime Eskimo high school queen. No. I tell you what, if Sarah Palin never walked up, that guy dropped dead of a heart attack right there, wouldn't he? I mean, he'd be so starstruck he wouldn't know what to say. He really would. Student exchange, that's it. There you go.